Hi everyone, how are you today?
Good.
It's so nice to see you and have you back. Right. So, just a quick check-in. How's things been going since the last time I've seen you?
It's been good. There's been a lot of, change at home, and I think it's been for the better. But Miguel and Anna have been doing really well.
I'm happy to hear that. I see that Rosa's not with us. Where's Rosa?
She had a training for work today, so she couldn't reschedule and make it in. But I still wanted to bring them in, for their
Well, I'm
session.
happy to see you, Miguel. Anna, how are you?
I'm good.
How's
Yeah.
this week been at school?
It's been good. I went every day. I played soccer with friends. I wasn't feeling bad in the morning. No stomach aches this week, so that's good.
I'm so happy to hear that. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being this is the best day of your life, what would you say you're feeling right about now?
I think I'm at a 9 because Mama Elena said we could go out for ice cream after this. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe Anna and I will play soccer.
Sounds like a fun ice cream and park day, maybe?
Yeah.
And Anna, how are you feeling on 1 to 10? 10 being the best day of your life, 1 being the worst.
10.
I love that. Are you excited for ice cream in the park too?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing to do at the park with your family?
Soccer.
Ooh. And Miss Elena, do we have any soccer games scheduled coming up for the kids?
Yeah, usually we've been trying to do it more during the weekends, just because they have homework after school. But I think today, just making an exception for some outdoor time, and just coming here. So.
Oh, sounds like a really good plan. And just to kind of check in with you and how you're doing, just kind of like how I asked the kids on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling today? 1 being your worst, 10 being your best.
I would say a 9 as well. I feel like it was a really smooth sailing morning. Rosa and I have a really good morning routine with our kiddos, so it's been going well.
It sounds like it. Just hearing that Miguel's reported he's been to school every day this week. What a big improvement. I remember what things felt like when we first began. Um, would you say that there definitely has been such a big change, like just what I'm reflecting on?
For sure, I feel like it was. We had challenges with Miguel getting him to school, and his stomach aches, and as well with Anna. Just building that relationship with Rosa too. All of us coming together and just having that closeness. I feel like there's been immense progress there too.
I agree. And just wanted to, kind of just set the tone for like what today will look like. There is some news I do have to share with you. And after I share that news with you, I do kind of just want to check in with you and just see how you're doing. And then I hope to kind of just lead into reflecting on some of our progress. And then I have an activity lined up for us. It's super exciting. As you see, I have some material here, something colorful for us to do. And then after that, just trying to focus on what the future will look like. And then after that, just checking in and seeing how you're doing. So, some of the news that I wanted to share with you. Well, first, I wanted to ask, does that sound like a plan?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, the news I wanted to share is I had an opportunity arise, and I was actually asked to travel and move to New York. There's a school that I've been trying to get to progress in my career as far as like earning my doctorate. And with that being said, I will no longer be able to practice here in California just due to my licensing. I'm not certified to provide telehealth at the moment. Um, I just wanted to share that as soon as I could. This is not our final session. We actually have 3 to 4 more sessions with each other, and I want to make sure that through those sessions that we have, that I'm able to address any concerns or anything that might come up. How are you feeling?
So you're not gonna be our family therapist anymore?
Unfortunately, no. What I can do is provide, maybe a referral, or we also have other family therapists in our office that maybe we could introduce you to. Maybe in one of our sessions they can join. We have a couple options here for you. I definitely want to make sure that one, just checking in to see if that is an option. Like, do we want to continue family therapy? Is that something that's needed? Just reflecting again on that progress to see where we're at. But as of now, we do have 3 or 4 more sessions left, just depending on what I feel your family might need. Typically, we do 3 more sessions, but given all the progress we've made and where the children are at, and just the news being so sudden, I want to offer that last session just in case it is needed.
I'm just like very like surprised. I wasn't expecting that, and I feel like these sessions have really helped not just our kids, but also like in general our family. But yeah, I think we could continue to talk about it with Rosa too in the next session just to see like moving forward. Also.
Yes, I definitely don't want you to feel like, you or the kids, all together have to present this news to Rosa. You could, of course, have a talk before session, but I'm here to guide that session as well and guide that conversation to be of support. I know this is very shocking news, and I'm so sorry that it's so sudden, but I wanted to make sure that I did address it as soon as possible so that I could help you prepare for what's next. How are you feeling, Miguel?
Well, I was feeling good earlier, and we were gonna go get ice cream and play soccer. Now I feel like my stomach hurts a little bit, and I, you know, I think I was feeling better. I was going to school, and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and now you're leaving, and I don't know. I liked how it was going. I liked what we were doing.
I understand. I know that things went from feeling not so safe in the beginning and now things feel a lot better and safer. I know that through the transition from the other homes you've been into now, being with Mama Rosa and Elena, we've worked a lot together to bring the family closer. And I'm sorry that this news is so shocking and so painful. I hope that I'm able to help, you through the process with, understanding like why this has to happen. So a little bit about just what's happening is with me being out of California, I'm not able to work with the family anymore. So it's not that I don't want to be here for you. It's not that I don't want to see your growth. You've done such an amazing job through therapy. You've opened up. You've been able to express how you're feeling. We've been able to, in the morning slow down the pace so that we're not having our stomach aches and we're able to make it to school. We've been able to identify how things are going at school. I definitely don't want to stop your progress, and I want you to know that we have other options so that, meeting with me is not your last result and that things are going to go back to the way that they were. With the support of, your mom and your sister, I know that we're going to be able to help you through this process. I'm sorry.
My stomach hurts now.
It's okay. We can just continue and we'll talk about it. Okay.
How are you feeling, Anna?
I miss you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss your family and miss you as well. This has been just such a highlight of just seeing your family grow and progress. I remember when we first started our sessions, you were so shy. I could barely get a hi. And now I just got I miss you. Like, I really enjoyed our sessions, Anna. I'm so proud of your growth. So I did want to just kind of see, like, and just reflect how things are different from then and now. Do you remember what the family looked like in the beginning?
There's a lot of challenges, within like Rosa and I's relationship and how we dealt with, our kiddos and just the bonds that we had with our kids too. I think they were very, like they were just the connections weren't all together, so it was really difficult to, manage that in the mornings throughout the days, and there's just a lot of tension all the time. And just being able to have those conversations in school and with Miguel and his stomach ache, so. I feel like there is a lot of different challenges.
I agree. And with that being said, through all those changes and the progress we've made through therapy, what do you feel like has helped improve your family the most today?
I definitely think these sessions and like having being able to hear from Miguel and Anna, because I feel like at home it's just what Rosa and I were doing and trying what we thought was best for them, and not really hearing from them or why Miguel didn't want to go to school, or like what was causing his stomach aches. And in reality, it was just more like connection within each other. So.
And I really want to highlight the growth that you've made. With that being said, just being able to understand what Miguel was experiencing, Anna was experiencing, you've been able to not only understand, but been able to adapt and utilize these skills learned in practice, at home with your children. So that now we're in school every single day. In the past, we were at like, what, 2, maybe 3 days a week?
Yeah, and even then, when he'd be going to school those days, he'd be leaving home early too. So.
Right. Well, do you hear that, Miguel? All the progress you've made, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
What is something you're proud about yourself?
Well, now I get to play on the soccer team because I'm going to school, so I get to play with my friends. And we won the league, the school league.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. And I like going to school with Anna. I get to see her at school too.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm proud that you've been able to attend school regularly, that now you're on the soccer team. Do you feel like you've been able to see your friends a lot more now?
Yeah, I hang out with them during recess and we play different things like soccer or foursquare or tetherball. So that's good, and I'm catching up in class now.
That's really good to hear. I remember in the beginning, our only motivation for school was our friends.
Yeah.
Are we liking our school lunch now a little bit more?
A little bit. I mean, sometimes it doesn't taste very good.
Not like Mama Elena and
Yeah.
Mama Rosa's cooking, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's better. I don't love it, but I don't get stomach aches anymore, so.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much. And Anna, given your progress in therapy, what are you proud about? The things you've done?
Playing with my family.
I agree. I remember in the beginning, you and Mama Elena were very, very close. Just you and Mama Elena, or you and Miguel. How would you say your relationship with Rosa has changed?
I like to be with Mama Rosa.
I love that. I wish Mama Rosa was here to hear you say that. I know her heart would just be so full. Oh. Now, I did want to just kind of maybe lead into one of our activities. I know with the way of the information and news, it probably feels really heavy right now. So what I prepared, and I brought my colorful paper, feel free to grab whatever color you like. This activity is called Ready, Set, Sew. So what we're going to do is just kind of frame our therapy as a journey. So through this journey, we've been able to gain different skills. We've been able to become aware of different situations that affect us, as well as being able to understand what we need to help us feel a little more supported. And I would love to do a vote with you. So you can feel free to grab whichever color you'd like. You can also use a pen. I'll probably use a pen just to give you an idea of what it may look like. Now, this representation can be your own. Everyone has different levels of creativity, skill. Again, this is just our way to see our journey and what we've done here. So we're just going to draw a bow. So this is what my boat looks like. And then now we're going to have to add our anchors. So with my anchors, we would just focus on some of the things that we've learned through therapy that have helped us cope. Mama Elena, what would be one thing that you've been able to learn through therapy that's helped you at home in the situations that may feel a little tense?
I think just letting go of control and wanting to, be on top of everybody, and kind of just letting them you know, do what they need to do in the mornings in a more set routine and less controlling of me directing everybody. So
Okay, so we could just put letting go. And then, what do you think helped you get to the point of letting go? Was there anything specifically that we practiced in therapy that helped you regulate in that moment?
I think just the conversations that we had of, you know, bless you,
Thank you.
of what, you know, has been bothering Miguel and Anna too, and just understanding that, you know, they're impacted by my choices and my decisions. So.
Understand. So communication is also something that we've been able to utilize, letting go, communication. So then, as well for you, Miguel and Anna, what do you think some things that we're practicing at home that have helped us in these moments?
Now I tell Mama Rosa or Mama Elena if my stomach hurts and why my stomach hurts.
Okay, so you're able to start expressing how you feel. So I would say you could write that as well, just feelings, just expressing your feelings, your communication, and awareness. Anna, any skills that stand out for you that you've been able to use at home?
I like to be happy with my family.
What does that look like for you?
Playing at the park and having ice cream.
Okay, so maybe just, being able to relax and being able to spend that quality time with your family. So you could write that down as well. If you need help with spelling, I'm sure Miguel will be able to help you.
How do you spell family? Thank you.
So next, what I'm gonna personally do on my picture, so as I've shown you here, I have my boat with my anchors, and these are some of my skills that I've worked on through therapy with you. So for example, resiliency, that's something that we've worked on, is just having resilience and putting up protective factors. And what that looks like is being able to help the family guide those conversations of communications, how we're feeling, how we could slow down in the morning, what slowing down looks like. And then now what I'd like to move into, and for me, my representation of what are possible storms, the things that might come up and present, such as situations, maybe a phone call from the school, maybe Miguel waking up with a stomach ache, or maybe Mama Rosa and Mama Elena, not getting along and the kids overhearing. So I've made these clouds of what could possibly be my storms. So we're gonna write in our clouds, the situations or things that might come up and present for us. Would you like to share one of yours, Miguel?
If they took us away from Mama Elena and Mama Rosa.
If the foster system was to take you away from Mama Elena and Mama Rosa,
Yeah.
that is a very, very big storm. And now I did want to just kind of address that, because that is definitely a valid concern and worry, just given the situations we've experienced and the things we've talked about in therapy. I did want to just ask you, Elena, how much closer are you to adoption? I know that we just got a permanent placement officialized with you. Has your social worker spoken of adoption yet?
It's coming up. I know it's a long process, and because we just got permanent placement with them, it's gonna maybe take another year or so. We don't know for sure, but I know those fears still come up. That was also one of the storms I put. Just getting a phone call that something about paperwork or something about a different home that they think is a better fit for them or something. It's always those fears, especially since Rosa and I are like same-sex couple, and being Latinas too, it's difficult being able to take our kiddos from the foster system too. So just those fears that still come up.
Those I understand are very, scary and very real. That sounds very frustrating and tough to not be able to control one, the timeline of when the adoption can be finalized, but two, the power and control another individual may have over the choices and decision of your family. That must be very scary and frustrating. I do want to just kind of ask, like, if things were to get difficult like that, what would that support system look like? What would the next steps be if you were to get a phone call such as that?
Well, I mean, Rosa has different connections from where she works as well, and so I feel like it's been really helpful in terms of like if we need more documentation or paperwork or just whatever is necessary. But also my parents too, their grandparents, they've been really helpful in terms of making everything feel familiar and all just put together too. Their school, their friends, we've gotten close knit with the community. So.
And I do want to bring up as well, you had shared in the past that the children's lawyer, that they were very helpful in the situations in the past to help advocate as well. So I did just want to bring, the children's lawyer up as well as another support system, to add to the system. So with that being said, the next thing that I wanted to move into with this is what will guide us? So like I see the kids already went ahead and they definitely know the scenery for a boat. Just they went ahead and put the waves and the water. So if you wanted to add in some of the things that will help guide you, and as we mentioned, we talked about the children's lawyer. We talked about Rosa and her work support system. And then I see here you have grandma and grandpa. Miguel, who do you have in your corner that you feel supports you?
I have Mama Elena and Mama Rosa. I have grandma and grandpa. I have my friends. I have Anna. I have my soccer team.
Well, it sounds like you're covered and, very well loved. It sounds like you've got a lot of support, not only within your family, but within your community. I remember when we first started sessions, it was just, us five in the group. And now we've been able to explore and identify others who are there for us. Anna, who do you feel like is part of your team?
My mom and my other mom and grandma and Miguel.
I love that. Do you have any friends at school?
Yeah. I have a lot of friends.
Oh, do you have a best friend? Who's your best friend?
Sophia.
Oh, okay, Sylvia. When you're on the playground and you're playing with each other, and let's say you fall and get hurt, how do you think Sylvia would respond?
Just tell the teacher.
Wow. So do you think Sylvia could be someone that you feel supports you? Okay. If you would like, you can add her to your paper as well.
Okay.
Just wanting to help identify. All right. So I did just want to, just touch on, our completed pictures. Now they look beautiful. Elena, tell me a little bit about your picture.
Well, I drew all of us on a boat. I drew myself, Rosa, Miguel, and Ana, just, family Martinez. And then just, the people in our lives that just guide us regularly and often. And, those are the boats around us. because we're not alone. And then just a storm kind of behind us with some birds coming through the storm.
What a beautiful representation. I really think that this captures the full picture and idea of, where I really wanted to go with this. Just because in these times when things are hard, I want us to be able to reflect and remind ourselves what has gotten us through, what are the coping skills to lean on, and how to practice those every day. So, just reflecting back on this, what is one skill that stands out for you that you would know to practice just based off of looking at this?
Just being able to express our feelings and having that openness within each other.
Thank you. Miguel, would you like to share? Just looking at your picture and what a wonderful job you did. It looks just like your mom's. I love it. Just your own version. But I definitely see you both were thinking, great minds think alike. You have your boats, you have your ocean, the storms behind you.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that you're moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And what is one thing that stands out from your picture that's going to help you moving forward?
Well, I have the expressing feelings. I have Mama Elena and Mama Rosa who are gonna help me. I'm better at relaxing. I get to go play soccer. All of us are here on the boat together, so everybody's together.
So I'm hearing just this sense of family connectedness has really been something that we've been able to create and adapt towards. I know in the beginning we were feeling not so connected. There were certain bonds that were closer than others, and now it feels like we're one. We're a family of one. I love that. Anna, how are you doing over there?
I like the color.
I love your picture. It's so colorful and beautiful.
Thank you.
What's one reminder from your picture that you'll be able to keep with you going forward when things feel really tough?
That I have my family.
Thank you. And you're correct. Your family is here for you. Now, just with that being said, what is one goal you'll want to continue working on together, Elena?
Definitely, maintaining the relationships we have currently in terms of being able to communicate, follow our routine, and just being able to communicate when things are hard or when they're feeling not well or just they need their space too.
Thank you. I like that you said that just being able to recognize like when the children are needing their space and being able to give them that space. I know in the beginning that was something that was difficult for you, and I'd really like to say that you've done a great job at showing that, and I've been able to see the growth through our sessions. I really appreciate that. Of course. And Miguel, what do you think you'll be doing differently that shows growth?
Well, we're going to keep going to play soccer together. I'm gonna keep talking about my feelings if my stomach starts to hurt. Hopefully I get to see Grandma and Grandpa more often too.
Good. I hope that we do continue to grow in our family connectedness, especially in those activities, and being able to support Miguel's goals moving forward. And Anna, how are you feeling?
I feel good.
Feel good. Where would you say things are today with your family?
I think we're happy.
I would say that sounds about right. I see smiles every day. I hear the smiles. I hear all about all the happy moments and all the memories we've been making throughout the week. So with that being said, Elena, just kind of on a scale of 1 to 10 today, where would you say things were when we first started? 10 being, the best, you were the closest, happiest family, and then 1 being, we don't eat breakfast in the same room together?
Maybe like a 4 beginning, just because of how like the situation was at home and the relationships we all had with each other. So yeah, I'd say it was really low.
Where would you say we're at today?
I would say like a 9.
I agree with that. I definitely would say that I've seen the growth in your family and you're much closer, and I noticed that you've also been able to identify more of a support system than we were able to have in the beginning. So I really feel like that's helped with the growth in our family connectedness. You've all done a wonderful job today. I just want to let you know, thank you so much for participating. Your drawings are so beautiful. They are for you. Just with that being said, I just wanted to ask, like, how are you feeling, just bringing it back up, how are you feeling the closer we get towards the end of our sessions?
Maybe like a 6. I think, just been really enjoying the session, so it's kind of hard to just get out of this routine. But I know, they've been doing great, but just having that conversation too with Rosa.
Right. I do want to mention that, therapy doesn't have to end. I don't have to be the last person that you see. I would say that, we have wonderful therapists in our office that would be wonderful to work with after me. I actually have one that I'm really close with that does a lot of family-based therapy, a lot of activities as such, and just that communication and connection building is something that they really focus in on. If you'd like, I can actually bring her into one of our sessions just so that you can get a little more familiar and just see if that is our next step. I do want to let you know that, this isn't it as far as therapy. I think therapy is a great way to be able to communicate with one another, and not only just that, but to be able to understand each other. What is one commitment each of you will make or be willing to make moving forward?
Definitely sticking to our closeness as a family, and continuing to spend that quality time together.
Perfect. Miguel?
Going to school.
Perfect. And Anna?
Talking more to Mama Elena and Mama Rosa.
That sounds wonderful. It sounds like we have an idea of where we want things to move into the future. And like I said, we're here to support that. We definitely want to make sure that we're not closed off, and just remind you that we do have more resources and options available moving forward. We'll be able to explore that again, in the next session with Rosa, as I'm here to help guide that conversation. I just want to mention that you've done meaningful work here, and that the progress you've made is something to be proud of. You've put in all the effort, and I just thank you again for all of the participation. All right. Thank you. I hope y'all have a great... No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna clip that. Ooh, okay. And I just want to remind you that I know typically we do go over the homework. I know last week we didn't provide any, just due to the session and what we worked on. This week I would also say that the only homework I would have is just for you, Mama Elena, just moving forward. With this conversation to be had with Mama Rosa next week, just having some ideas of how maybe we could possibly have that conversation. And then, we could circle back and check in with each other in the beginning of the session, just to see how that may go so that I could be of more support to you. Okay. Other than that, is there anything else that we have any questions? No.
Just thank you. We're gonna miss you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too. Again, this is not our last session. We have 3 more. And then I just want to let you know we'll be scheduled for next week. Same time, same day is fine?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Oh, that was